Welcome to the Dice Tower, a series of video reviews about board and card games. Here are your hosts, Tom Vassell and Sam Healy.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vassell.
Hey, I'm Sam Healy. Welcome, folks.
Today we're taking a look at a HABA game. Now HABA, and for like decades, made mostly kids games. And in the last few years, they started making family games, and this is in that line. Now this isn't Avatar. They're really going for that crowd, though,
pretty
right?
close, yeah.
But they put a yellow and a purple one on there so that you like.
Just to make sure you knew.
It's not quite Avatar. It's
not
close.
yet. No, not really.
But there's really no theme in this game at all. You're trying to hide gems in a waterfall, or
hide them?
Or, I think it's so abstract. Here, I'll show you.
Yeah, as it says, keep your gemstones safe.
So in this game, you're going to have the board set up like this. There's these water strips, and they're actually covering up part of the board, which also is going to have these tiles placed on randomly. So there's actually quite a few rows in this game, but many of them are covered up. I'll show them a little bit later on. There are always 5 rows available here, and there's like these little holes in the rocks for different colors. You can see orange, blue, and white, and you can see then 1 row of bonus tiles. There's going to be a deck of cards. Players are going to start with these cards in their hand. There's blue, orange, and white. That's all that's in the deck. One player is going to start with the gem thing in front of them, and everyone's going to have a color of gem. You just sit at your corner of the board to show what it is. One person has the water droplets placed in front of them. On a player's turn, there's 2 things that they can do. They can draw 4 more cards from the deck. At the end of your turn, you can have 12 cards in your hand. So that's one thing to do. Another thing is you can play cards. You're going to play cards to put a gem down on the board. So if I want to put a gem down on this spot here, I need to play a blue card, 1 card. If I want to put a gem down on this spot of the board, I would need to pay 3 blue cards. So I could pay 1 blue, 2 blues, and then turn 2 identical colors into the 3rd blue, and I can place a gem there. And so players are going to be placing gems out on their turn. Now when it gets to the person who has the water drop, when they're done, they're going to put a water drop on the topmost free spot in the first zone. So let's say that happens, and then green places 1 here, purple places 1 here, red places 1 here, yellow places 1 here, and then a water drop fills in this spot. When every open spot in a row is completely finished, you're going to score. Now there's a scoring track here at the bottom of the board. That scoring track is going to change based on the number of players. I'm showing you one here for a 4-player game. The other side is a 3-player, and there's a 2-player one also. So whoever has the majority here gets 5 points. Well, red and green both have 2, so I go by whoever's lower because it's more dangerous. See these snakes here? So red gets 5 points, and they'd move 5 points on a track here. Green would get 3 points, yellow would get 1 point, and purple gets none. Purple's not there. After that's done, we then are going to see who gets the bonus tiles here. And whoever has the most in each row gets it. So here, yellow and red are tied. Red is lower. So red gets this. This is 2 extra bonus points at the end of the game. Red gets this one. This says on a future turn, red can spend this tile, and they can say, I need to put 4 whites out. And then they just say, all my cards turn into white, and just play whatever cards they want. Here, green and purple have it, and whoever is farthest towards the card gets it, so purple gets it, and they're going to they can play this on a future turn to draw 3 cards. Here, green gets 4 points, a tie, purple wins this one, and this lets you take 2 actions on your turn rather than 1. After the bonus tiles are taken off, you take the last section of the waterfalls here, put it on the end, and push everything over. So you can see that those jewels you put down, they're gone, never to be seen again for the rest of this game. But now people already have jewels in place for this turn. Whoever has the water bin is going to pass it in the direction shown on the arrow, and this is also passed around every time it's a player's turn. The new bonus tiles are going to be turned over, draw 4 cards, draw 2 cards, 3 bonus points, draw 4 cards, take an extra action, and you just keep going. And every time, this is going to move over and over and over. When you get to the last ones, these bonus tiles here at the end are mostly just points because that's all you care about. And when you're done with the last turn of the game, you're going to be scoring 3 rows together. You'll score it as 13, 9, and 5 points, then 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1. So players you get a chance to get a lot of points in the last turn. And so these points will be added up over the course of the game. At the end of the game, you'll get bonus points for these, and whoever has the most points is the winner. Okay, so we said that the theme here is basically themeless in a sense.
Pretty much. It's a good backdrop, though.
Oh, we got to talk about that.
Yeah.
These components are amazing.
Yeah, they are. Really cool.
Really good. That little thing that holds the gems, the waterfall. If you put this out on the table, people will stop and look.
Yeah.
Because it looks really good. In fact, I'm really surprised this hasn't got more attention. Not just because of how good that is, but how easily it plays. This is the kind of game that could be nominated for Spiel des Jahres.
Yeah, it could be.
Because it's not automatic. At first I thought Ticket to Ride, collect cards, put things out. You're collecting cards, but there are 3 different cards. That's it. And any 2 cards can be another card. That's really easy to play whatever color you want. But the tricky part is, where do you put the gems? And that's where I think the game
really sings, yeah.
Because at first you're like, okay, I want to put the gems in the column that's going to score this turn. And we found out quickly, that's the best idea.
Not necessarily the best idea, right?
Well, you can do it, though. If no one else is doing it, why not take them?
Exactly.
Or you can put them farther out, and it costs more cards, but they will stay on the board that much longer.
Yeah.
And so...
And you could score a lot of more of those little bonus tiles that way as well.
Yeah, and the bonus tiles were a big deal, because this game almost has the kind of feel that if you spend your turn drawing cards, you've wasted it. Did you feel that way?
Yeah, definitely has that feel to it, because there's so many things that you need to do within a very short amount of time.
Yeah, and what did you think about the variable ending? Like, it's going to come, the raindrops, it's forced ending.
Yeah, no, I was okay with that. That adds a little bit of suspense, I guess you could say, to the end of the game. You don't know that it's exactly going to happen at this particular moment in time, so you really kind of have to hedge your bets, so to speak, on what you do, depending upon when you think the game's going to end. So I like that part of it.
So, I mean, where do you put this, like, in the realm of, would you put this with your family?
Definitely, I would play it with my family. This is one of the ones that I think will hit very well with the family weight games. But I think it also has some staying power with gamers as well, because, it does have that strategy to it that a lot of gamers are looking for. And there's there's card draw, luck in it, but other than that, there isn't a whole lot of luck here at all, really.
Well, I guess the luck in which tiles are where, but you can see them coming, so you can prepare for them.
Yeah, that's why that's kind of a mitigation of the luck there. So I think it has some wide appeal to it. Yeah,
this is one of those times where we're such in a weird age. When 2018 here was so many great games out there, and this one is not being.
Yeah,
had this come out
overlooked.
10 years ago, this would be like this one of the best games of the year.
True.
People have been really excited about it, and I think the flow. You take your turn, and you're like, oh, okay, you lean back, and it's your turn again.
Yeah.
And that's what I like in these kind of games. So if you like Century, Spice Road, or things like that, this kind of scratches a similar itch where you get to do stuff, put things out. It's not that complex.
No.
And so heavy strategy gamers might be a little...
True.
But
this will be a light game for them, yeah, definitely.
I think it's a light game for me, but it's a light game that I kind of went into it going, we'll see how it works out.
Yeah.
And came out really liking it.
Yeah, it's 50 minutes to an hour, but it really it feels more than that in a good way. Because you're so active during those 50 minutes.
And there's a lot of scoring.
Yes.
Right? We score now, we score now, we score now, we score now. So it's not like you wait to the end of the game and go, oh, now at the end of the game, there is a good chunk of points thrown out.
Right.
But yeah, overall, I would give this one a blue, not Avatar, thumb up and a half. One and a half
thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Yeah, I really liked it.
Okay.
I think it's a lot of fun.
Really based on, component quality, the gems are really nice. The water drop tokens are all wood. Those are really nice. The containers that they come in, you've got to put them together, but they're still well made so that they're not falling apart and you're not having to hold them together, all that kind of stuff. The board itself is really nice as well. All of that, I'm pretty much on the same boat there, about 1.5 waterfalls up. I really enjoyed the game. It has some great appeal to both families and gamers alike, which is a huge thing, I think, especially for games to be, paying attention to appeasing both groups, I guess you could say. So I really enjoyed it. It was very fun. So 1.5 waterfalls up from me.
That's Iquazu. I'm Tom Vassell.
Iquazú, Sam Healy. See you on the flip side.
Thanks for watching our review today. For more information about board games, as well as the #1 board game audio podcast, check out Dicetower.com for reviews, interviews, and more. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.